easy question I have to say.
Yes, ganyan na ganyan yung itsura niya.
Let's do it!
What the hell? It's like, it's me. And you say, oh my God.
It was like, holy beep. What's this going on? Because even now I get like speechless.
Why is it important for a beauty queen to have a good?
If you do not know how to speak your mind, you're not going to give your organization much credibility for what you're really fighting for.
Beauty queen doesn't mean perfection. Now I feel embarrassed to say this, but I'm going to do it because that's how I am. So that's gonna go.
My wave became the Miss International wave. Right, Steven?
I have become a patent.
Ito naman yung bumaba. Sabi ko, oh my God, kasi nasabi ko ng planet Hall. Tapos pag inaangat ko, hinihila niya. So ako, angat siya. Hinihila.
My travels. I love my travels.
I would just want it to be that I gave something back that made them happy.
Money or love?
Love.
Hi everyone, welcome to your ultimate pageant online show, Missosology Beauty Talks Season 4. This is your Missosology International correspondent, 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝘾𝙆, and greeting you all good day, good evening, wherever you are watching this live episode. But before I'll start today, I will have with me the very special guest, and allow me to introduce to him our Missosology editor, Drew Francisco. Hi Drew. I just have to start her.
Hello, hello, Mir. We're back again after a few
Yes.
hours, and I'm very excited to meet our very special guest for this evening. But before that, I would just like to give a shout out to our followers and viewers. Hello to our 2 million followers on Facebook, 274,000 followers on Instagram, 41,000 followers on Twitter, and our 44,900 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you all for growing with us. And lastly, a shout out to all the Earthlings who I am sure are as excited as I am to meet our special guest for today. So, Mir, let's not keep this any longer. Please do the honors of introducing our
Yes,
special
true.
guest.
I'm also excited. Our special guest for tonight needs no introduction. She's a model and activist born in Centerville, Pennsylvania. During her career, she traveled the world and experienced different cultures and environments. With a background in political science, she turned her public platform into a place of environmental awareness and green solutions. And last year, she became the first American to win the Miss Earth title. Friends, let's all welcome Miss Earth 2020 and Missosologist Timeline's beauty, Lindsey Coffey. Hello, Lindsey. Welcome to the
Welcome, Lindsey.
So much. It is an absolute pleasure to be here. I'm so excited to sit down and chat with you guys. Thank you for taking the time to have me on. I am super excited.
No, thank you for waking up so early today to be with us. And let's get this started. So your reign as Miss Earth 2020 has gone by so fast. How does it feel to be counting down the days to give up your Miss Earth crown?
Oh, goodness. I mean, of course, I'm so sad. I feel that my reign was so short and it just flew by. I know COVID definitely had an impact and created a reign like no other, but I can't allow myself to be haunted by what could have been and really start focusing on what will be. I'm very excited for my future and the direction I want to head in, as well as to see who our next title holder will be and really what she does with her platform.
Yep, and the past year for you has been so incredible, but I'm sure you will agree that the Miss Earth title wasn't all that glamorous, was it?
So I've learned that in this industry, pageants and glamour are synonymous, and you will always have a bit of glamour when it comes to photo shoots and presentations on stage. But during my reign, possibly due to COVID, there wasn't an abundant amount of glamour. But I personally enjoy that hands-on activity where I can roll up my sleeves, get dirt under my nails, and interact with the earth. And that is what Miss Earth really stands for. So there is a balance, but I prefer when my hands are dirty more than when they're clean, I guess. So I find it much more fulfilling.
Yeah, you had a really different crowning moment last year, as you were the first Miss Earth to be crowned virtually, but you were able to travel the world. You've been to Guatemala, Greece, Belgium, and you've also met some of your Miss Earth court through your travels too. But if there is a day that stood out among all the others during your reign, which day was it?
Honestly, there wasn't just one day. I mean, of course, the day that I was announced as Miss Earth, that was absolutely insane. And I would love to relive that moment again and again because I had so many emotions going through me. I didn't believe it was happening. Like, I would love to just relive that day over and over. But the best thing I can take away from this reign, I would say, is the people that I've met along the way. They've made this year so special. And I'm talking about my team at Miss Earth USA, the beautiful souls at Carousel, as well as our sister organizations in Guatemala, Belgium, and Greece. I've been so blessed to meet all of our reigning queens, as you mentioned, and I truly believe during my reign that I've made friendships that will last a lifetime.
Definitely. And Amir, I'll pass the mic to you now.
Yeah. Lindsay, I just want to know, what did you discover about yourself during your time as Miss Earth?
I always knew that I was a bit resilient, and my resiliency, I feel, has shown through this time, especially my creativeness as to whether or not I'm capable of making a difference or making an impact somehow from my own home. So it was very difficult to just find out how I was going to work alongside this pandemic, how I was going to experience my reign to its fullest. And of course, I will say there are things that I really wish I could have accomplished that I hadn't, but that's why I'm looking so much forward to the future, to really challenge myself and see what I can do whenever I'm put out in the real world, where I don't have to really hide behind a screen anymore.
Speaking about challenges, you entered the world of pageantry in a unique fashion. Both of your national costume and international competitions were done virtually. Could you tell us about your experiences? What were the challenges that you faced during the time?
Oh, goodness. So there were so many challenges, I feel like. I mean, we were competing for the first time ever virtually. No one really had a game plan. We were all just kind of winging it. And we had to put on a complete full production ourselves to make it entertaining, to make it interesting. And it was very challenging just with the natural elements that you had to work around, like the wind, the sun, the lighting, all of that, the background, the location that you had to find. It was very challenging. I feel a lot more work goes into a virtual competition rather than an in-person one. The pros and cons, though, with a virtual, you can do as many takes as you would like. So you don't have to submit anything less than perfect because you have that option to just refilm. And in person, you lay everything out there on the stage like it's one and done. That's it. So there are pros and cons, but I will say being in a virtual competition was very difficult.
But I want to say kudos to Miss Earth for having the virtual organization. They did it so well. I mean, Miss Earth is doing well even in virtual pageant. And I just want to know, who among the past Miss Earth winners inspired you the most and why?
So before I joined this competition, I never even heard of Miss Earth. And whenever I did hear, I did some more research whenever I joined. And as time progressed, I found a real connection with 𝘋𝙀𝙀, who was Miss Earth 2013 and Miss Earth 2018, 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝙀𝙀. And I also do have appreciation for 𝘾𝙃𝙀𝙀, Miss Earth 2017, but we've never personally have been able to connect yet.
I'd love to ask this question, Drew. What are your advices now to the current Miss Earth candidates who are competing also virtually?
So you must become skilled in showing your personality and sharing your energy through the screen, allowing people to have a chance to connect with you and establish a type of digital relationship. I would recommend being very personable, authentic, and approachable. I believe you have to have a strong energy and a strong sense of self to compete virtually. And you have to have something that makes you stand out, that it factor, people like to say, something that makes you memorable, because you're completely gone as soon as that screen time is up. So you need to have that.
So now, Lindsay,
and now I pass the mic to Drew.
Yes, before I ask the next question, I just have a follow-up. Would you have, because your first and last pageant were both held virtually, but would you have done it any other way?
Honestly, I've never really participated in pageants before, and I really think Miss Earth being virtual played to my advantage. I honestly cannot sit here and tell you if it was in person, if I would win or not. I think I would be a strong candidate, but I can't tell you if I would have won. I think I would have done it any other way. I would be your Miss Earth 2020. So I would not change a thing, even though I do wish I could have experienced certain things. But ultimately, I would not change a thing because I think everything worked out for a reason, for a purpose, and worked in my favor. And this is how it was meant to happen. I fully believe that, as Miss Earth was a calling to me. So I'm not going to question how it played out.
Yeah. And now I feel like I would, it would be a disservice to all pageant fans like me if I won't ask this, but some naysayers disregard Miss Earth as just a Zoom pageant. But for you who have experience competing in Miss Earth and having the title for a whole year, what would you tell them?
Firstly, whenever Miss Earth went virtual during my time, a lot of people were upset about it, but they were the only pageant that persevered and had a pageant. So they spent their budget to risk it all and do something that no one's ever done before. So I give them a lot of respect and believe that they're very courageous for doing that and making history, just being the only big pageant to really throw a competition. So I have much respect for them in that regards. For this year, they're also just doing what they feel is best, and I will always stand by and support them. I don't think it is a Zoom pageant because Miss Earth's statement is about the environment, about environmental protection and climate action. That is what stands differently than every other pageant out there, and we don't need to make a spectacle of ourselves in order to empower women, in order to make a difference on this planet, and in order to protect our Mother Earth. So it's not about the media and entertainment, even though that's a nice side story, but the real main focus is about finding a woman who's willing to make a difference and doing what she can to speak on behalf of the environment.
Period. Dot. And now, Lindsey, there are people who still believe that pageants don't provide the opportunity to empower women. And as a Miss Earth yourself, what would you say to them?
Okay, when you look at the meaning behind empowerment, it means to become confident, strong, and powerful within yourself and with the task at hand, whatever that may be. Pageants have a list of segments like swimwear, talent, interview that puts the spotlight on that delegate. My question is, when you are successful in those segments, successful in that national and international spotlight, how could you not feel confident, strong, or powerful? I feel only empowered women could put themselves through that. Now, when you win that title, what I can say, like most things in life, it is what you make it. I feel pageants give women a platform and a spotlight, and what they choose to do after that, it is up to them on how they wish to utilize it. I can say I felt true empowerment after earning my title, without a doubt.
Definitely. And now you've worked with many organizations even before you became Miss Earth, such as Climate Reality, World Wildlife Fund, and Clean Waste, to name a few. What have you learned as a result of being involved in these organizations?
So with each team, you do learn something new. Climate Reality covers a wide variety of topics to educate yourself, as well as preparing you to educate others. WWF is a great organization for wildlife and conservation efforts focused on connecting humans to nature, and Clean Ways is a nitty-gritty, get down and dirty nonprofit cleaning our waterways. So no matter the organization, I would say they all teach you discipline, they spark motivation, and they build a confidence in being well-educated and a productive member of society, while also creating a sense of community, connecting you with others who share the same passion.
Yeah. And now my question is a bit related to current events. So the Financial Times, in an editorial published last Sunday, mentioned that the recently concluded 2021 United Nations Climate Change Conference, or COP26, has achieved more than expected, but less than hoped. And as an environmental activist yourself, what were your thoughts on the recently concluded event?
We definitely heard a lot of great pledges during COP26. We listened to a lot of strong speeches, but words exchanged at the summit, unfortunately, they don't mean anything. And we need to see actions that back up those promises. I support all of the pledges. I support halting deforestation and going carbon neutral, but we need to, I feel, rearrange our priority list. Instead of focusing on enacting new policies, why don't we shift our main focus to the 100 companies who are responsible for 70% of greenhouse gas emissions? I mean, we need to heal the earth by addressing the root cause instead of coming up with new ideas to lower emissions elsewhere. I feel like that's trying to put a Band-Aid on a wound that needs stitches.
And now, speaking of environment too, with the world reeling from the effects of COVID-19, how do we start to put nature first?
You put nature first in the choices that you make every day. You can support your local and state politicians who have a pro-environment agenda, sign petitions, make mindful and energy-efficient purchases, stop supporting companies that are doing harm to the environment, invest in solar power for your home. There are a ton of ways to act more conscientiously, but to reiterate, first and foremost, the best way to solve the climate crisis is through our government.
Yeah. And now we take a break from all the hard questions and we move forward to our next segment called This or That. So Amir, what is this or that?
Okay, so at this point, we want to dig deeper and know more about you, Lindsey. So you let us move forward to our segment named This or That. We will ask you to pick between two words or two scenarios and just explain to us briefly why. So Lindsey, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, always ready. I know that.
Oh, wait.
Drew, take it away. Okay, between the two, coffee or tea?
Okay, this is difficult because I don't like either. So I'm just going to say tea because I feel like I can make it taste a little bit more better than coffee. I'm not a fan of either.
Okay, it's the first time I heard from any title holder. Okay, Drew, next one. Dogs or cats?
I love both. I love all animals. I 100%. I'm so sorry. I cannot choose. I love every single animal on this planet.
Okay, I understand. I love also both of them. This one, would you rather have swimsuit or evening gown?
Well, when I'm feeling myself, a good swimsuit's nice, but I would say probably evening gown because of the elegance and the classiness. I really appreciate that.
Okay. And next one, Drew. Would you rather have sneakers or high heels?
What about sneakers that are high heels? I actually have a tennis shoe that has a little bit of a height on it. I would say, oh, this is a really tough one because I appreciate both. Ooh, I don't know. This is hard. I do like high heels because I think they make my legs look longer. So maybe I'll go with that. But I predominantly wear sneakers, but I guess high heels. Oh.
Okay, I love that. Next one, Drew. Would you rather spend a day at an amusement park or lazing on the beach?
I would say amusement park. Just running around, having fun, that thrill. I love the thrill. I do appreciate a beach day, but amusement park for this.
Wow. Next one, Drew. This one. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
You guys have such hard ones. Okay, so I mean, we have so much of the ocean that hasn't been explored yet, but space exploration, just from an advancement for human civilization, is such a great task and feat to accomplish. I feel like oh my goodness, this is such a hard one, guys.
I know Lindsey can do that, of course.
Okay. I will say, okay, I'm going to say, this is really difficult, but I'm going to say the ocean because the ocean's always fascinated me. And there's like 75% that we haven't really even discovered yet. So I feel like going into the ocean is going to be similar to even exploring space because there are a lot of creatures and species down there that we haven't even yet discovered. So I guess I would say the ocean, and then the space is a close second.
Thank you. Next one, Drew. Would you rather write a love letter or receive a love letter?
Ooh, that's a hard one too. Immediately though, I went to write because I do love to write. I love to express my feelings emotionally, especially writing down, because I feel like whenever you write down your emotions, it's it's a release, and it's a release that really feels like no other because it's you, it's your emotions, it's intimate for you, and you're making yourself vulnerable, putting yourself out there. And I feel like that's what life is about, is making yourself vulnerable and open to love. So as much as I would love to receive a love letter, I think writing one would be a little bit more enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree with you. Next one, Drew. Okay, this one. Would you rather be in a survival reality show or in a dating game show?
Oh, easy, a survival reality show. I'm not into the dating game shows. I think it would be interesting to see. I feel like I could survive out in the wild. It would be very difficult, and I would probably have a few meltdowns, but I would love to test myself and push myself to my limits.
That's good.
I would want to see you on a survival reality show.
Can you believe that? And I'm a vegetarian. I would just be eating grass the whole time.
Okay, you can really survive. Now, would you rather give up social media or eat the same dinner for the rest of your life?
I really don't like social media. So I would totally give up social media. Eating the same dinner, though, I wouldn't mind it because a lot of the times I do eat the same meals anyways. But really, social media, it's a beautiful platform. We can do a lot with it. But sometimes people use it for the wrong reason, and in the wrong hands, it become a weapon. So I could give up social media easily.
Okay, that's a great answer. And next one, Drew. This one. Would you rather be in a zombie outbreak or an alien invasion?
Guys, I love these questions. It's so fun. I've actually thought of this. I thought just what I could survive and just being kind of like Lara Croft and like fighting just people and being in an action movie. I think it would be a little bit more fair of a battle being in a zombie outbreak. So alien invasion, it kind of scares me because I feel like they can just obliterate us easy. And it would be difficult for me to fight one-on-one an alien. So I would say be in a zombie outbreak because we don't even know what the zombies are going to be like, if they're going to run fast. So judging by movies, I'd probably be able to outrun a lot of them also. So I think I could take on a zombie for sure.
Okay. Nice one. Next one, Drew. This one. Would you rather to have a rewind button or a pause button in your life?
Ooh, I've actually thought about this one as well. Pausing would be really cool because you could just do so many things without people knowing, which is really interesting. But having a rewind button, there are so many times in life where a lot of people do wish they could take something back, whether it's something that they did, something that they said, because you do grow as a person, you learn, you evolve, and I feel like you would just have better experiences in life if you could rewind it, because we're humans, we act on impulse sometimes. So I think choosing a rewind button so I can do more good than harm in the world, I would take that.
Okay. And next one. Would you rather have more time or more money?
I feel like I've been asked this before. But I think this is controversial whenever I said it, because I said more money, because with money, you can buy even time. You can buy a lot of things. You can do so much good in the world with money. You can feed the hungry. You can clothe the poor. So I feel just having more money, you would be able to buy that time to even help others.
Yes, more money to help others. And next one, Drew. Always on everything go on your mind or never speak again?
I would never silence anyone, even if they are a little bit impulsive and don't have a filter. So I would have to say, always say everything on your mind, because to never be able to utilize your voice again is something that I would never even want to imagine. So yeah, that's my answer.
I love it. This one, be criticized or be ignored?
I would say be criticized, because I guess I'm going back to this quote, all press is good press. So I would say just being criticized, you're still given a platform, even if you're being critiqued about it. You're still having your voice be heard. You're still being a productive member of society where you're acknowledged. And whenever people are ignored, that actually causes some psychological harm and depression and stress, anxiety. So whenever you're able to have that platform, you're going to have pros and cons that come with it. So being criticized, it's just another step in developing a strength as a human being and developing your growth.
I love it. This one, beauty or purpose?
Oh, purpose, absolutely, easy. Having purpose is beautiful. So when you have that purpose, you're a beauty. They see it, you're shining from the inside to the outside. So having that purpose, that drive, that passion to do something that you have always wanted to do, that's just an unstoppable force.
Yeah, I agree. Perfect.
And that's it for this or that.
Thank you, Lindsey.
Enjoyed it, Lindsey.
it showed so much of your fun side of your personality, and I see the reason why you're crowned Miss Earth.
Oh, thank you guys. That was so much fun. I was like give me more. It's so fun.
And we are now on the final word, Drew. Okay.
Yes, unfortunately.
So, unfortunately, okay, I will ask this now, Drew. So, I just want to know, what can other people learn from your journey?
From my journey, I would say, I guess, how to make the most of a bad situation. No, I mean, COVID was unfortunate, but seriously, I do think, as I'm not the cookie cutter delegate, this shows other girls out there that you don't have to fit the mold in order to succeed in this industry. You don't have to know what you're doing. You don't have to be rehearsed, and all you have to know is how to be confidently yourself.
Okay, I'm so excited for what's next for Lindsey. So the work surely doesn't stop after your reign. So what's next for you?
Honestly, I will be doing a lot more than what I've done this year. I have a lot of projects that we are working on, and it takes time and planning. So you definitely won't be hearing the last from me. I'm the most motivated I've ever been, and I'm excited to see where this motivation takes us. And I would love for everyone to stay with me on that journey just to see what we can all accomplish together.
Yeah, good luck with your all advocacies, your plans, and your dreams. Lindsey Missosology is all the way supporting you. Drew, take it away.
Yeah, and now, Lindsey, as Miss Earth, are you comfortable being regarded as a role model? And because for a lot of people, like me, you are.
Well, that's so sweet. Thank you. I would love to be a role model. I don't consider myself one quite yet, as I have a lot of growth to undergo, a lot more goals to accomplish, but I am absolutely flattered beyond belief with that question. So thank you.
And now, I've watched you in one of your interviews, and you are regarded as one, if not the best Miss Earth ever. Other pageant fans also consider you a pageant unicorn. They feel like if you competed in a different pageant, you can also win those pageants. But aside from being Miss Earth 2020 and Missosology's Timeless Beauty, how do you want people to remember you?
Well, during my reign, I hope to be remembered as the woman that made the best out of her situation and remained resilient in the time of adversity. Ultimately, though, I do wish to be remembered as the Miss Earth who really never stopped being Miss Earth. My love for nature has been with me my entire life, and I will continue to show her love, to show her respect, and I will continue to fight for her. So I hope that's what people see from me and will remember me by.
Yes, and my second to the last question, Lindsey. In a few days, we will be having a new Miss Earth and a new elemental court. So what would be your message to them?
Well, I wish for her to be genuine in her cause and to not treat this like another title. Miss Earth is truly more than that, and I want her to put her platform first and do whatever she can to make a difference, impacting one life or impacting many. I want her to make the most of her time as it goes by fast, and I ask our new queen, whoever she will be, to be hardworking, to be hungry, never settle, and become complacent. There will always be more work out there that needs done.
So before you ask the next two questions, I just want to ask this. What are your words of message to the Miss Earth organization?
To the Miss Earth organization carousel, I appreciate the opportunity that they have given me beyond measure, and my words will never be able to fully express my gratitude for this moment. I have been forever part of the Miss Earth sisterhood, which is something that no one can take from me. And I want to give back as much as I can for being given this remarkable experience. So thanking them to just walk alongside me in this journey, to kind of be there at my beck and call whenever I need them and just text them right away and talk to them. I developed some relationships with Carousel Productions, some of the beautiful souls that work within her. And I'm super grateful for that, to have those connections throughout really my life and just being part of the sisterhood forever and going down as history as the first USA representative to win the title. I mean, they've given me so much, and I just hope to give so much more in return.
And finally, Lindsey, fill in the blank. I am Lindsey Coffey, Miss Earth 2020, and I am blank.
I am Lindsey Coffey, Miss Earth 2020, and I am Woman of the Earth.
Woo! Once again, that is your Miss Earth 2020 and Missosology's Timeless Beauty, Lindsey Coffey. And before we let you go, Lindsey, we just want to ask you for a message to all your fans and supporters out there, especially to all the Earthlings who have supported you all year long. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you guys again for having me. It's been an absolute pleasure. I had so much fun. And to all of you out there, our supporters, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has meant so much to me. It is something I've never done before, and having you stand behind me and support me and encourage me just whenever I felt so far out of my comfort zone and had no idea what I was doing. Thank you for standing by me. Thank you for leading me and guiding me. Thank you for being there. It means the absolute world. And I will forever remember this moment, as this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you've made so beautiful. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Once again, thank you for joining us here on the Missosology Beauty Talks, and we hope to see you soon. And I want to say thank you to Miss Mylene and Miss Alshri for having us here. And yeah, you can also invite everyone else to watch the finals night of the Miss Earth 2021.
Yep, tune in.
And once again, Lindsey, thank you, and we hope to see you in person soon. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I really want to see Lindsey. And Lindsey, Edward, a good friend of mine, said hi to you. Edward Apigo.
Hello, Eduardo. Thank you so much for your hello. Thank you guys so much for this. It's been amazing. I wish you the best night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Lindsey, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. So once again, that is our Beauty Talks with Miss Earth 2020 Lindsey Coffey. And if you want to watch all our previous episodes, you can go to our Facebook page or YouTube channel. You can also listen to our podcast on Anchor.fm and Spotify. Until the next Beauty Talks, good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Bye, Amir.
Bye, Drew.